Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Lucky Wolf and today I am going to be playing some more VGC Regulation I on the Ranked Ladder. Yes, you heard me. The Ranked Ladder is live for VGC Regulation I rule set. I am recording this on May 5th, so the ladder has been live for 5 days. Milwaukee Regionals has come and gone. Very, very fun to watch, and the team I am going to be using today was used by Joey PokeAim, to get 6th. I know top 8, I believe 6th at Milwaukee Regional, and I'm really excited about this team. This team does utilize the beautiful Phoenix Ho-Oh as well as the beautiful bike Miraidon. I have a really soft spot for Ho-Oh in my heart. Heart Gold was the first Pokemon game I ever played. It is my favorite Pokemon game as well. So seeing Ho-Oh get some love, seeing Ho-Oh do well, really made my heart happy. And this team also has some very, very cool picks on it as well. So without further ado, let's hop into team preview. And by team preview, I do mean the rental code Oopsie. So this is the team I am going to be rocking with today. This is the team that PokeAim did use to get 6th place at Milwaukee Regional this past weekend. And I think this team is super cool. We have Ho-Oh and Miraidon as the restricted duo. And then I absolutely love, because we have the Miraidon, we have the electric terrain. So this team really leans into kind of like the future paradox strategy, as we do have Iron Hands, as we do have Iron Bundle, as we do have Iron Treads as well, that all will get the Cork Drive activated from the terrain that Miraidon does set. And then we do have the Electric Seed Giraffe as well. I love the addition of the giraffe on this team, on the Miraidon team I have been using in Regulation I. I also have a Electric Seed Giraffe, and the Electric Seed is just so nice. You get that +1 defense boost, so you can eat physical attacks a little bit better, and then you can go for Helping Hand, you can go for Foul Play, you can set Trick Room, or you can reset Trick Room, but the really important thing is you do stop all priority from hitting your side of the field, so if your opponent wants to be clicking Fake Out or anything like that, you just get to shut that down immediately, and they don't get to buy a turn by clicking Fake Out and having you flinch. So I'm really excited to kind of see what this team can do. I've only used a little bit of Ho-Oh prior to this, so it might take me a minute. It might take me a minute to kind of learn how the beautiful bird works, but I'm really hopeful, so without further ado, let's hop into some games. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Our first opponent is absolutely cooking. Okay. Well, I like this. We have past bike, we have Koraidon, versus future bike, the Miraidon. Okay. Also, there's a Sneasely Weasley. I'm trying to figure out one. Now, I know what Sneasler does. I'm more saying I'm trying to figure out what Hisuian Braviary wants to do and what the Moth wants to do as well. I will say Dazzling Gleam. I feel like Dazzling Gleam looks really good. Like, I guess my question is, are they clear Amulet? Like, I love Iron Bundle. I also have a very soft spot in my heart for Iron Bundle, to be completely honest with you. I have a very soft spot in my heart for Iron Bundle. I just don't know what to expect from my opponent. I literally don't know what to expect from my opponent. I'm gonna do this. With maybe a side of this? I don't really know, so I'm gonna click these buttons. I'm gonna really, just like the team does, I'm also gonna really lean into the future Paradox Mons on this team. Okay, they got a Sneasler on their team, they got a Sneasler in the picture. I see you cooking. I have a Fuecoco in my picture, and I don't even have a Fuecoco on my team. Hideous. Really hideous from me. Okay. Hisuian Braviary, is it Defiant, or is that just regular Braviary? I actually cannot remember what this Pokemon has, as an ability. I think I'm gonna click Freeze Dry, and I think I'm gonna Terra, and click Dazzle. Only one of these Mons can Terra, so if they Terra the Braviary so that they're not weak to the, Dazzle, then that's okay, because the Dragapult will be weak to Dazzle. I think, is what I'm gonna attempt to cook here. I would usually click something like... the Icy Wind, perhaps, to slow them down, but one, Dragapult probably has that clear body. So that, the speed drop won't matter anyway. And I can't remember if Hisuian Braviary has Defiant. Like, legitimately, do I do a little Google? Do I do a fast little Google out here? I might, just while we watch the animations. Oh, no Terra! Hello! Ouch! Light screen, it's not enough, though! H. Braviary... Okay, here we go. Let's see what they're cooking. Okay, they can... Hold on. Hisuian form. Yeah, they can have Defiant. Okay. Then I'm happy with my choice. Then I am very, very happy with my choice there. Okay. So they did get the light screen. They do have the light screen. This is incredibly real. But I didn't take any damage. They got a light screen. I got 2 KOs and no damage. We do, in fact, take those. Necrozma, I know, also does not get Wide Guard. That's one that, for whatever reason, is just always hard for me to remember. Like, Solgaleo and, Lunala get Wide Guard, however, Necrozma Duskmane and Necrozma Dawnwings do not. So, just as a note. Just as a note. Okay, I can't get too much damage here. They can Trick Room if they want to, so I don't think I am going to click Icy Wind. I am going to click Freeze Dry, and I am going to click Dazzling Gleam, and if they want to set Trick Room, that's okay, because I do have 2 slightly slower Mons anyway in the back. That are both physical attackers, and they only got a light screen, they did not get a reflect. So I think this is okay, but I don't want my Mons to take too much damage here. Okay. Oh, that's gonna Terra. Okay, you better be protecting then. You better be hitting me with that big, bad protect button. Great Terra for my opponent. No. The light screen. Okay, yeah, light screen's not enough to save you from a Terra Fairy Miraidon when it's 4 times super effective. I do think my opponent could have very possibly cooked something here. If they may be protected, because I would have gotten very little damage off. And then next turn, I still don't think that they can pick up a double KO next turn, because I still have Sash alive on the bundle. But I will just keep well, I think I can honestly probably just double swap here. I think I can just double swap here. At this point, maybe this is a little bit too greedy. I'm supposed to just let these 2 Pokemon go down. That's also real. Oh, it's shiny! Oh, pretty! That's also very real, but you can click Meteor Beam if you want to. And I just still think that's okay. But this way I am, oh. Okay, maybe they did have a way to pick up a KO on both. Okay, I take that back. I immediately take that back. Ooh, and they get a burn on the hands? Okay, they're trying. They're trying. I'm gonna fake out, and I am gonna Brave Bird. I guess they could be Covert Cloak. I don't think that they are. They are not. So I'm just stalling out some of Trick Room here just to make sure. Oh my gosh. Okay, oh, I see you. Sorry, that did actually way more than I thought it would. The burn makes things at least semi-interesting here, to be fair. I'm just gonna click Wild Charge, and I'm gonna click Brave. Is there a better way for me to play this? I just want to make sure I don't throw. I don't think they have a chance of winning? But I think this is fine. Yeah, we just pick up the KO there anyway. Yeah, so I was totally fine with a double swap there. I think there's a world where I maybe could have just let both my Pokemon go down. I'm very, very surprised about the not protect. I'm very surprised about the not protect, on their Koraidon. I think maybe if they had a Koraidon alive, like, it's not great. It's certainly not great for them, but they maybe could have cooked something. You still have to double into my Mons the next turn to get the KOs, so I think I'm still guaranteed at least a little bit of damage off, which doesn't feel too bad there. So yeah, I think if they protected, maybe they could have cooked something there, but it was gonna be really rough after that turn 1. Like, very, very rough. No Terra for them turn 1, so they got a light screen and I got a double KO. You know, it's just like, that's a very good trade for me, a very terrible trade for my opponent. So from there, it was just going to be hard for them to claw back, you know. But I do like the Terrifier on the Dawn Wings, and I do think with a Protect, maybe something could have happened there, but even then, I think it would have been rough. But yeah, okay, very, very fast first game. Let's hop into game 2. Okay, we got game 2. Okay. And this is like, when I see the team that my opponent's running, I'm like, this is Regulation I. This is Reggie, if you will. This is Reg Guy, if you will. This, yeah. We got horse. We got dog. We got Fake Out Bros plus Urshifu and the Chienpao. Like, yeah, got it. Heard. Okay. My opponent is playing Reg I. So, what do I like into this? They have their, this is tough. They have their own Rillaboom. They have their Rillaboom. I will say, with the threat of double Fake Out, possible Sucker Punch, and possible Aqua Jet from the Ursh, I really like Giraffe. I think Giraffe is very important here. Trick Room in general could be good, but it's a little bit tough because it's like Pokemon. What if I just lead it? I do like Ho-Oh a lot, though, in this matchup. I'm gonna see what I can get done with this. I think it's better if I try to slow them down. I do not believe they have a way to set Trick Room unless they're running Trick Room on their horse, and if they're running Trick Room on their horse... Sad. Sad 5 me. That's some good closed team sheet stuff right there. Okay. Okay. Do I have to Terra right here, right now? I may, in fact. And this one feels a little tough because it feels like I am betting everything on hitting my 95% accurate move, which really shouldn't be a problem, and yet somehow feels like a problem, you know? Because my brain says, yes, click it. Yes, click this. You can do it. Yes, do this. Do it. Because if I get rid of the Chienpao, I feel like I'm in a pretty decent spot with my Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh feels good into, like, the rest of the team, but I have to be very careful. Because Ho-Oh has a really good special defense stat, but I think his defense is only like 85, so I do have to be careful there. Okay, this Dazzle, I feel like there is, okay, we caught the Cali, hey, we take what we can get around here, you know, but this should mean, the Cali should live, almost 100%, but yeah. But if they're Lorb, they are done for here. If they're Lorb, the Lorb be Lorbin, and then they are going to go down to Lorb, which is fine by me. Oh, and they crit my Miraidon! Okay, I got you, I got you. I see ya, pal. Yeah, they're Lorb. Okay, goodbye. So, I'm like, I'll take what I can get, and then they get me right back, but that's okay. We're still in a pretty phenomenal spot. I love Bundle. I love Bundle. Bundle is one of my favorite Paradox Mons. I actually hunted it. I shiny hunted it on my birthday, which I had a great time doing. Hunted on my birthday, which I had a fantastic time doing. And because you can get the special birthday mark, like the chosen one, right? Mark, if you hunt a mon in Scarlet and Violet on your birthday. And I got a shiny, but it wasn't marked, unfortunately. Okay, but let me actually think about the game. I think I go Farig here, to be completely honest with you. I can protect. That way, if they fake out, they're gonna be encored. Or if they wide guard, they're gonna be encored. They did not Terra, correct? Let me just not let this game get away from me. I do think keeping my Miraidon is extremely important for me. So I will swap you. Oh! My bad. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. I think that means I'm going for Freeze Dry. I think I should have protected. What's in the first spot? Okay, well they glide, so this is already pretty okay by me. And I get a Freeze Dry. Okay, for some damage. Okay, no, very little damage, that's not bad. Okay, but they slam me heavily. Okay. Fake Out about to go, sorry. Encore about to go nutty here? I think I Encore the Rillaboom into Glide. No, I don't need to do that. I'm gonna Psychic and Freeze Dry into the Rillaboom. Okay, what is my goal here? I want both of my opponent's Pokemon to be in range of my two Mons, right? Yes. Perhaps Icy Wind is better, but I'm getting some really solid damage here. Okay, they do Body Press into the bundle. And you high horsepower. Okay. Showing off that high horsepower for very little damage. Cool. Okay. I bring in my Miraidon here, I think always. And what is the play here? What is the play here? They have not Terra'd. They could be Terra Dragon on the Zamazenta, right? They could be Terra Dragon on the Zamazenta. I'm gonna go into the Rillaboom here. I'm gonna Psychic, and I am going to Draco Meteor into the Rillaboom, as I do not believe Rillaboom can protect. And this should well, I guess I could miss, but this should guarantee me a KO. They actually don't Terra. Yeah, Rillaboom does not live that, like, they're probably AV, it does not matter. You don't live from that amount of health when I'm in terrain. And you do Heavy Slam, okay, that's absolutely fine. And I get to go Psychic here. Now we have a 2v1 situation. Great damage. Like, that damage really is adding up. So now we have a 2v1 situation here, right? Where they can still Terra, but I think I'm just gonna click Psychic, and I'm gonna click Sacred Fire. They can Terra, but Sacred Fire still has a 50% burn chance. Okay, they body press for a lot of damage, but not enough. We don't miss the Sacred Fire, that's great. They still don't Terra. I'm very curious what their Terra is at this point. We do get the burn, and we get to click Psychic. So this game, I did have a pretty good start. The timeout, my bad. I was thinking a little bit too much. I think the swap into Giraffe is always correct there. I think the swap into Giraffe is always correct, but I think I don't really get punished for clicking Protect. I'm supposed to either click Protect or Icy Wind, I think that turn? Just to make sure that I outspeed everything. I think that was my better play. So yeah, timeout, not ideal. I was just having too big of a think, you know? I was having a little bit too big of a think to how I don't absolutely choke that game away. But another really, really solid game there. I will say Icy Wind just showed how good it can be. Fast Icy Wind, meaning I got to click Icy Wind, then I got to get my attack off before my opponent even got to move. So I got to pick up a KO, and I got to get huge damage on their Mon as well, and I would have KO'd the next turn. So definitely, like, I think it really got to show off that part of the team, and I'm very happy whenever I get to show off Iron Bundle. So let's jump into a game. Third and final game for today. And I feel like I say this about literally every restricted. Y'all are about to call me out on this. But literally two of my favorite restricteds. My opponent is rocking two of my favorite restricteds. Y'all know I love Kyogre. Like, come on. If you've been around the channel, you know I love Kyogre. I love the bike as well. I literally chose to play Pokemon Violet because I just chose that purely based on how much I liked Miraidon's design. So, very cool to see. I also love a good Raging Bolt. I love a good Whimsicott. The bridge is an absolute menace. Okay. We do not have our own weather. And we do not have priority Tailwind, which my opponent does have. Okay. Huh. This is actually quite scary. Does that mean I lean into the Trick Room mode this game? Does that mean I lean into the Trick Room mode this game? Kind of feels like it, right? I do think I probably have to bring you. I actually wonder if I can get away with this again, and then do something like that, and swear I got it in. And swear I got it in. I do think this, I hope I got, I almost said Iron Boulder. That's not Iron Boulder. I hope I got the, Iron Shreds in there, because they did have 3 ground weeks, right? And no immunities? Question mark? Okay, let's see what we got. Did I get the Pokemon I wanted? Yay! Okay, I did get Treads. I did get Treads all in here, okay. You know, maybe this wasn't the time for, Ho-Oh. No, I think Ho-Oh's fine here, maybe. I'm gonna click Icy Wind, Dazzling Gleam, and I'm not gonna Terra. I'm going for it. I've clicked the buttons. I'm going for it here. Terra Grass. Okay. Wait, that's actually very cool and kind of bad for me, question mark? Okay, I mean, I did click Icy Wind, so that is super— oh my gosh, the damage. Okay, that is super effective, so I'll take it. Speed drops, cool. Stamina Rise, less cool. Dazzling Gleam, go bonk, getting really good damage. More stamina. Okay, you do Body Press. And you pick up a KO here. That feels like an encore to me. You know what that feels like? That feels like I'm clicking encore. That feels like I'm clicking encore. I think a Dez will... Let me see where the Archie is. I think a Dez... nah, I don't think a Dazzle picks up the Archie quite. I could Terra, though. I'm feeling like, however... Terra Grass Ho-Oh can go a little bit mad, so maybe I'm supposed to be saving the Terra. Okay. I am happy to click Dazzle into pretty much anything, I think. Wimmy, okay, cool. Well, now they're Encore into Thunderclap, which isn't too bad, honestly. I don't think. Here. I can swap my Mons, and that does half! That does half! Ain't no way! I'm scared of a Moonblast Thunderclap going into Miraidon. That's what I'm scared of here. So maybe this is a swap in my Treads moment. Maybe this is a don't be so greedy and swap in your Treads moment. And protect. But then they could Encore me. Oh! What? No, game! No, that was such an interesting game, please! I think I stay in there, to be fair. I think I was running out of time anyway, and I think I stay in there. Was that on my end? I know not. It was not. Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I am gonna do a fourth game. I feel like I rarely do fourth games, but these games have been so quick. I am gonna keep that game in there. Like, we had a full team preview. I'm actually so disappointed, though, because I really wanted to show off Iron Treads, and that was the perfect game for Iron Treads, so boo! No! The opponent just rage quit! Pal, don't do that to me. Let me show off Treads, please! Okay, we got game 4. You heard me. Game 4. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Rose is cooking. Okay. And you know what I'm gonna say? Zacian, one of my favorite restricteds. I swear every restricted is my favorite. Okay. I do actually love Zacian, though. Tough. Okay, the one big thing is, I don't have competing weather for them, but they don't have competing terrain for me. So that makes me pretty happy to bring my Miraidon. They do have Wide Guard, and they do have potential Tailwind. They do also have potential Trick Room. Tough. I think, can I go? Got a lot of physical attackers. I don't know if this is Ho-Oh's time, unfortunately. Nah, it's definitely Ho-Oh's time. Nah, that was a trick. That was a trick. I think it's this. I think I should probably be bringing Iron Hands here as well. Iron Hands feels very good here. But I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this, at least. Maybe I am supposed to... I don't know. Okay, they just lead Calization. I don't know why. I don't know if any of y'all feel the same way, but when I see my opponent just, like, lead their 2 restricteds, I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, now we got a weird box down there? Are y'all seeing this? Okay. Oh, now it's gone. Love that for me. Knockoff is very tempting into the Calyrex. I do swap in my Giraffe here, I think, almost certainly. I think they could want to protect and go for Trick Room, maybe? Okay, so they didn't swap their Zacian. Are they protecting Zacian, though? That is my big question here. I thought that they might, or I thought they would maybe at least Terra, so I can't just, like, absolutely bop them with the treads, but they actually don't. Okay. We got a huge knockoff. Okay, clear Amulet, yep. We lose some HP. Oh, they actually, like, they know the threat! No! No, I could have stayed in and just KO'd. Oh, that's wild. Okay. They do Trick Room, so this is absolutely fine by me. I think. Potentially. So I can Terra my Miraidon here. I'm actually shocked they went after the treads. I could have just deleted their Zacian. Although that also maybe wouldn't have been the best for me. Yeah, I'll bring in my Ho-Oh here. I'm gonna Foul Play and just Sacred Fire into the Zacian. They have lots of swap-ins. They have lots of swap-ins here, but I just think that, or they can protect, but I just think that this is my best play. We're kind of forcing the Terra on the Cali as well. I'm about to be sad by how much this does to Ho-Oh, though. I'm gonna be honest. I really overpredicted that first turn. Maybe I'm always supposed to keep them honest. Okay, they Terra. Maybe I'm always supposed to keep them honest. Wow. Terra Fairy. Okay, I can still get a burn here. I'm very surprised. I think that Foul Play, if they don't protect, I think Foul Play should KO them. We are going to be taking quite a bit of damage. Oh my gosh, Ho-Oh, buddy. Buddy. Okay, Cali goes down. Huge moment there. Big Sacred Fire coming out. Oh! And this is why I don't trust this bird. This right here is why I don't trust this bird. That would have been a lot of good damage and a 50% burn chance. Okay, okay, Ho-Oh. I see ya, pal. Okay. Unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Let's see what they got. What are they bringing out here? It is their Raging Bolt. Okay. I want to get some health back on the Ho-Oh, I think. Really, really bad set of turns. I do think that will cost us the game. Unfortunately. I get some health back on my Ho-Oh, though. So I think I just have to take what I can get at some point. But that would have done at probably at least 60% to the Zacian with a burn chance, so that's just like a feels bad, but like that's part about running Ho-Oh, right? That's just part of running Ho-Oh, right? Okay, I do think I can probably go Terra Grass here, though. I'm gonna towards a Trick Room, too. Okay. I think I have to click this. I I think I have to click this. We would just be in such a better spot because this Ho-Oh would be in range of a Dazzle. But, you know, it is what it is. That's part about running, Sacred Fire, right? That's part of running Sacred Fire. Okay, we do get the Dragon Pulse, though. I will take that. We do get the Sacred Fire, yeah, so that they would have been in more than KO range. We do get the Burn, okay. I get to click the Dazzling Gleam button, alrighty. Oh! That KO'd Raging Bolt. I just figured AV, but there is not even one vest that is Assault right there. That's crazy, not even one vest. Okay, what's the last mon? One more turn of Trick Room. Pelly P! Okay, wait, but they can wide guard forever? But if they're wide guarding forever, I think that's also potentially okay. Question mark? I'm gonna assume the Pelipper is... Hold on. I actually have the paste. What am I doing? Oh, I don't have it. Oh, like, up. Okay, hold on. I was gonna say, I'm gonna assume Pelipper is faster than me, but I have very little speed investment. Okay. Oh, they're gonna cancel. Okay. Okay, I get it, because it's like, if you're wide guarding, then you're not doing damage, but I thought that maybe they could sneak a Weather Ball in to presumably KO the Ho-Oh. I don't know if it does KO the Ho-Oh. The Ho-Oh has a staggering Spadef stat, so I don't know if it does, but they do that, then I Dazzle to bring them down to what I would assume to be their Focus Sash. If they aren't Focus, or I would Dazzle to get good damage, and then they click Wide Guard until I run out of Dazzling Gleams, but then they still haven't gotten any damage on me, and then I would still KO them because they would be pretty low, presumably. Then I would still KO them with a, Struggle? Question mark? So I did have an out. It could have been pretty ugly. It definitely could have been pretty ugly. Ho-Oh kind of betrayed me, but then did make up for it. Then hit the Sacred Fire we actually really needed to hit. But I really respect the way my opponent played that. I went for a, I think semi-reasonable prediction turn 1, but my opponent really played it very, very nicely. So kudos to them. 4 games, 4 wins for the bird, and I will catch you in the rental code area for my final thoughts. Incredibly fun team that did get 6th, that did get top 8 at Milwaukee Regional, the first Reg I Regional Championship. Really fun to see Ho-Oh do well, really fun to see Treads and Bundle do well as well. So very, very fun team. I will have, if I didn't say it before, that is my mistake, I will have Joey Pokeaim linked in the description down below. Very talented player, does a lot of singles, but very clearly that kind of talent does translate to VGC. I believe Pokeaim said this was their first regional in maybe 8 years, so very, very cool to see. Again, really neat team with some really fun picks. I love leaning into the future paradox and everything like that. So if you are interested, please make sure to check all that out. I will have it in the description down below. And I do want to say thank you all so much for watching. I know y'all probably hear it a lot, but it really does help me out. If you did enjoy this content at any time, please feel free to leave a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Again, it legitimately really, really helps me out. And that's going to be it for me. Okay, bye.